Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Here's from the office of the Vice President how Buhari's administration stability plan will boost economy by Osinbajo. Really? Osinbajo? Really? Anyway, my people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. We want to say thank you for your huge, continuous, and massive support. We truly, really appreciate you. My dear, today is regarding Professor Yemi Osinbajo, the Vice President of the country. My people, we know that we have not seen Buhari in action, and even the vice president of the country. These people, we democratically elected them into office, and so we expect more from them. These are the people who came on the platform on the back of promises made to us Nigerians. And guess what? 2015, we all queue up right behind them saying, this is the future. These are the people who will lead Nigeria to the promised land. My dear, lo and behold, before they could even say Jack Robinson, before they started their tenure, first tenure, Buhari went abroad and said Nigerian youths are lazy. Did you see the video that went viral yesterday trending? A graduate, a young graduate. I tell you, it's a sad story. A young graduate who was working in an uncompleted building, carrying blocks. I'm not saying I mean, for a graduate in Nigeria, it's not a job to be looked down upon for those who are engaged in that trade. What I'm saying is, for a graduate, there is no future, there is no job. This guy cannot steal. This guy does not want to involve himself in Yahoo Yahoo, like we normally call it in Nigeria, or ritual killing, or get involved with armed robbery. As a young, gentle boy, he has put his hands to work to make sure that he gets his daily bread, he looks after himself and his family. Eh? This boy, he posted a picture of him working as, working in a block industry, in a construction industry, carrying blocks, carrying. This is what is happening. Reality. Yes. Newsflash, reality. This is what is happening now and now as we speak in Nigeria. That's how terrible the situation is. That graduates have no option. If you don't want to steal, you don't want to do Yahoo Yahoo, you don't want to involve yourself in anything evil or iniquity, this is what you have to do. This country is in a state of collapse if God does not help us. Yet you say Buhari is doing something. I beg to differ. Anyway, my people, let's get onto the news and get all the details. Let's hear what Professor has to say. Despite the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic globally, the Buhari's administration will not relent in its efforts towards improving the country's life, healthcare, infrastructure, economy, while creating more jobs for millions of Nigerians in different sectors, supporting small businesses, local production, manufacturing, as well as extending the social safety net of the most vulnerable in the society, according to Vice President Yemi Osinbajo San. In a statement issued by the spokesman of the Vice President, Mr. Laulu, Osinbajo stated this on Friday during his participation as a guest panelist in the Emmanuel Chapter Economy Stability Beyond COVID-19 webinar. It will be recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari last week Thursday at the Council chamber received Osinbajo-led Economy Stability Committee plan entitled Bouncing Back the Nigerian Economy Stability Plan. The president, as earlier at the wake of the global pandemic last March, directed the vice president to chair the committee to develop the clear and overall economic stability plan in response to challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Increased health funding. Speaking on the Buhari's administration efforts to cushion the effects of the pandemic on Nigerians, Vice President stated that improving healthcare infrastructures remain a major objective of the administration, with the introduction of the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund, which is 1% of the Consolidated Revenue Fund, the vice president noted that perhaps for the first time, the kind of provision made for the healthcare was increased significantly, especially in the period of the global pandemic. He said out of the 500 billion naira initially stipulated, find that is forced into the current budget, 12.6 billion of that is going into healthcare. Please, let's stop deceiving ourselves. In the news has not finished. It's just that I'm kind of really upset with what I'm hearing, because we know that with the price of crude oil, Nigerian senators and government cut down healthcare, education to fund refurbishing the House of Senate. That is still very good. That can be there for another 10 years. But see the value they've given to healthcare education. Who are we deceiving? Let's stop lying. There is God. Patience said there is God. Patience, good luck, Jonathan said there is God. Let's stop see black and call it white. See red and call it pink. They are two different colors. It's two different colors. Let's not justify white as black for no reason. You said they are caring for the vulnerable. Which vulnerable? Buhari's hometown. What is happening in Castina? A man there voiced out that what is going on, what Buhari is doing is wrong. As we are speaking now, the man is in detention. He has not been released. A lot is going on in the country. Are we talking about Fulani herdsmen that have not declared terrorists? Are we talking about the increase in insecurity? The big boys that have become that is as if there is a funding coming from them from the federal government, because they are being relocated into the very place where they remove the people from the original people from those lands. They are being coronated. They are being flown with the army jets. What are we talking about? Who are we deceiving? Who are we deceiving here? This country, let's stop lying to ourselves now. We are seeing what is happening. People are telling us another thing. Who are we deceiving? Even in your own party, PDP, Buhari cannot speak. At least you are the vice president. You are part of APC. Speak and give a clear-cut direction. Nothing is happening. Nobody, no leadership. Yet you are telling us that Buhari is leading. That there is a plan. Which plan? Please, stop deceiving us, please. Nigerians, we are ready to be deceived. I'm not ready to be deceived. Yes? Let's call a spade a spade. This is becoming too much. The lies are becoming too much, because they said they are giving palliative. I don't know how many of you received palliative, but I never received a dime. And I can tell you for sure, nobody in my state, as a matter of state, received a single palliative. Not one person. I can tell you for sure, not one person. So I don't know what they are talking about. Maybe you understand. Maybe you speak their language. The news is not over, but I'm just so upset by even the little that Buhari is caring for the vulnerable. There is a plan for healthcare. Do you know what is happening to children's education? The analysis is 1 in 5 people that write JAM, intelligent, yes, will not gain admission. But guess what? Your government, Senate has passed on a bill to send Boko Haram abroad to study. You don't know, investigate. If you have not heard it, please don't just take the word hook, like, and sinker. Yes, do your investigation. Boko Haram that have killed people are being given presidential pardon. The government tell you that they are repentant and that they've been brushed up. Why? Somebody had a fight with her husband, also in the north, though, and mistakenly killed the man. She's going to be hanged. Yes, hanged. You heard me correctly. And she has a baby. Nobody cares the future of those children. The father is dead. It's bad enough that it was caused by the mother when they had a misunderstanding. And like every misunderstanding, there was an accident and the man died. And this woman is going to be hanged. What are we talking about in this country? Who are we really lying to? Let's be factual here. Who are we really lying to? That there is some plan to better the economy. There is some plan to help Nigerians. I don't get it. Who are you deceiving? Or Nigerians, am I speaking your mind? Then we don't even see Buhari, is Garuba Shehu, Olai Mohammed, or Femi Adesina. Now we don't see vice president has followed the president. We hear Laolu. Laolu is not the vice president. I can't remember any Laolu in the manifesto. coming up and saying these are the programs we have for Nigeria, and we're trusting them to stand behind them to vote. My people, I'm really so upset by this news. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. What are your takes? Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Have a good day. Bye for now.